Well, hello, and we're back with Arsenal versus Chelsea review, and it was a very depressing day for Chelsea. Yeah, not one of the best games for them, and I've got here only one in our top five players um, in Chelsea because Arsenal was so much better, so much more efficient and useful in this game. In number five, we have Conor Gallagher. I think that's because he was Chelsea's best by far, and I think we've got to have someone from Chelsea, surely. Like the first half, they were actually in there. They were in for a chance. They had a decent start. Like it wasn't a bad start from them. They hung in there while Conor Gallagher, he really held their team, showed their team the way really well. But I think they just let it go in the second half. They just were really messy. I think they got a bit unlucky around there with Chelsea, but Arsenal really took charge of that and showed how good they are when it comes to that. It just was a horrible game for them. I think they just weren't there that game. They just weren't there. They just weren't alive in that second half. It was their worst worst half of the season. It was so bad. But it just all went wrong, and I think that's where they lost it. The first half they were good. But here's a man that put pressure on them. It was the first goal that really started it, but I think first goal wasn't as bad, but didn't hurt Chelsea as bad because they they kept in it, and I think they needed 2 goals, Arsenal, to make sure they were in the hot seats. And I mean, they did that in the second half, but the start was fantastic from Troissard. His goal in between the post and the goalkeeper was very good. Absolutely fantastic in the 4th minute, and it showed how good he was when he starts. Troissard, he's in a goal scoring knack. Very good at the moment. But anyway, that really put the first half into just Chelsea just couldn't. They were always chasing the whole game, and they're just not very good when they're chasing. When they're leading, they're very good. They're very efficient. Like last match, they're very good leading, but this match, they've just let it go. They just all let everything out in the second half. I think Arsenal will be really happy getting back at this side, getting back at Chelsea because they just haven't really done very well in the last few weeks. Really let it free and post the name for other teams in the title chase. But then we have Ben White at number three, because he scored 2 goals, 2 fantastic goals too. I really put it was there was one. This one was the second goal, and it was very and it put them in a lot of pressure, Chelsea, and they were kind of behind the ball game then. And in the 70th minute, he put in a very good goal. Just a tap over the keeper. It was a very good assist from Odegaard and just popped up to Ben White, and he just put his foot in over the top of the goalkeeper in the back of the net. It was fantastic. And I think Chelsea just put all the they just got a bit of luck there. I think Arsenal, but Chelsea just couldn't find their way. Their defence was ripped apart. I think Arsenal had 2 good defence, and then the attackers for Chelsea just weren't really executing at all because we saw Nicholas Jackson, he just wasn't really good enough today. Neither Modric was really quiet. Conor Gallagher, best of the front four. Madueke really quiet too. There were a few good runs from those strikers, but didn't really put pressure enough on David Raya. And that's kind of where they lost it, really. They needed the goals, and that's where Cole Palmer does really well in that situation. So then we have in second place, we have Kyle Havertz. And that's because he scored 2 fantastic goals. I mean, his decision making wasn't quite so good in the first half. There's a few points where he could have made better decisions and they would have scored more. But I feel like his finishing in the second half was on another level. It was fantastic. Him and Ben White were very good in the second half. They made great decisions around there in the second half. And I think, just made the right runs, made the best decisions possible in the second half. Maybe not the first half, but the second half they did really well. Good decisions from Kyle Havertz. But again, it's. I mean, it wasn't out of this world, his performance, but it was something else in the second half. Arsenal just blew out Chelsea. They just let them go. And I've got to say, it wasn't actually the best performance from the whole Arsenal team. It wasn't amazing. It was what they do this season, but they just blew it out in the second half. And Chelsea just didn't have anything to counter it. And then in first place, maybe not everyone's pick, but my pick was Martin Odegaard. He was something else. 2 assists in the game. Maybe no goals to go with it, but really, really good passing from him. He set up 2 goals fantastically and looked to set up more and score more. His dribbling was out of this world, and his passing is. Him and Kevin De Bruyne are the best in the comp at this sort of stuff. And you don't see 2 assists in one game often. But yeah. But Arsenal, really dominated the match. They showed how good they are. Another clean sheet. And the bigger point is they scored 5 goals. So Chelsea completely out of it. Another game to chuck in the bin. Even after a blowout like this, where they won, I'm surprised they come back and lose like this. They just don't have that execution against bigger teams. That's where they lack. Thanks for watching. 5-0 loss for Chelsea and a win for Arsenal at Emirates Stadium. Good game to watch.